Welcome back to Sweet Home Minnesota. I'm Lauren Freeland, your host. We're back here with Craig. Hi, Craig. How are you?
Well, it's nice to see you again.
It's very nice to see you, too. Minnesota Home Rescue Team provides foreclosure defense for Minnesota families that are struggling with their mortgage.
Yeah, and I know last time I was here, we had a lot of fun, and we had some families contact the show, and we're already working with some good families out there. Great. So that's kind of the purpose of it, to really get underneath some families and help them out.
So, Craig, can you tell me a little bit again about the people that you work with?
Yeah, these are very unforgiving economic times, and the families that I work with are up against a recessionary job market, no access to credit, plummeting home values, unaffordable health care, loss of income, trying to navigate the holidays, and for many, their homes are being threatened. There's over 2,000 notice of foreclosures a month right here in Minnesota. Hockey moms and soccer dads losing their home.
Craig, how do you help them out with that?
Well, people get conflicting information, and it doesn't really take them from the beginning to the end. The media says one thing, the banks, the government, their family, friends, coworkers, everybody has an opinion, and some say short sale or loan mod or bankruptcy, credit repair, borrow money, pay all your bills, don't pay any of your bills. Each of these options are different, and they all have their own cost and their own benefits. What a family needs is straight and accurate information all the way through their situation to a soft landing. And then they can take that information back home, circle the wagons a little bit as a group, and decide the best course of action for their family to take.
Yeah, you're talking course of action, and you almost, in a sense, build a blueprint for them. How do you do that?
Well, it is a blueprint. We take their exact situation and we go, okay, let's walk through a loan modification. Look, there's two ways to do a loan mod. You can negotiate, you can litigate. Look, let's talk about a short sale for a minute. Let's talk about your timelines. People are so worried that the SWAT team is going to show up and handcuff mom against the SUV. That's not happening. There are some timelines. You do have some rights. How do I navigate my family through this? What's real? What's free? What costs money? What can the government really do? What are the real world chances, Craig, we can save our house? And then, heaven forbid if that doesn't work, what's next?
Craig, last time you were here, we talked about some of the frustrations that people face. They've tried to do a modification. They've tried to go down this road before. How do you help them with some success this time?
The modification process, is very frustrating, and sometimes it's belittling, and for sure it's complicated. Mm-hmm. Most people we speak with have no idea how to navigate through underwriters and loss mitigation, let alone fill out all the paperwork correctly so they fit inside this perfect box that no one knows really what it is. And here's what they want to know. Many families just want to know, is it really possible to avoid foreclosure by reducing my monthly payment? Is this really possible? That's really what they want to know.
They are. Families that I meet with, Craig, and you can maybe speak on this, they're tired of nobody listening to them or even getting someone to listen.
Yeah, they feel their hands are tied, no one is listening, and I don't want to belittle any situation, but I feel if I had a duck covered with oil, I could get $50 billion in help. But since it's a soccer mom in the suburbs, no one's paying attention, and it is very frustrating. Here's what I want to say to that person that is, frustrated right now, and I get it firsthand. You cannot give up on your house. You know how much money you put down. You've been making the monthly payment now for 5 to 7 years. You've mowed the grass, you've trimmed the hedges, you've repainted, birthday parties, Christmases, the memories that are there. You have too much invested. Just because someone figured out it's very profitable to take your home back doesn't mean we're going to let them have it.
That's right.
Craig, how do you stop them? We work with you throughout the week, and we talk about this a lot, but how do you stop them when they've got all that artillery behind them?
Well, there's no magic dust. And it comes down to how do you get results in anything. You have to outsmart, outwork, out-hustle. First of all, we want to stay focused and stay on track. These are very emotional issues. People have exhausted their savings, they've exhausted their 401k, they're trying to do the right thing, their home is being threatened. Bill collectors are calling, let's take one course of action and stick with it and follow this all the way through.
Well, and that's why it's great that your company is backing these people, because they get discouraged.
Yeah, I almost want to say, do you remember who you used to be? I mean, that's what happens. It really, there is a loss of confidence in this situation. No one's listening. They don't know who to talk to. It's easy to get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, you get off track, you lose focus. So Minnesota's home rescue team was founded on the core principle to navigate a family through the worst housing market in our country's history. Look, build a plan based on fact. Let's do that first. Don't give up. And let's leave no stone unturned. We're going to call the lender. We're going to go to the government center. If that doesn't work, we're going to bring in some attorneys and underwriters. Let's go take action to save your home.
Craig, I think what you're really kind of getting at here is that you're bringing a balance of power to the situation. You've got, got a corporate entity or, an entity that might be backed by even the government in some cases that you're fighting up against, and you need to balance that power. I
mean, if you look at it, the lenders don't really have to play defense. I mean, they are coming at you. They have a very clear agenda. It is a Fortune 100 company. They've hired a high-powered law firm, and their quest is to take that home because it is more profitable to take your home than it is to modify your loan, and that's the sad part. But if the bank realizes that you may have individual legal claims against it, plus it will have to spend a lot of time and money to clean up all the inappropriate paperwork to put you through foreclosure, it suddenly gets a little bit more serious about listening to a loan modification or listening to an honest look at a short sale so people can downsize a little bit and lick their wounds and come up with a very good plan that they can rebuild from this.
Yeah, you can tell, Craig, there's no doubt that you're there to help families and you're there to give a blueprint and really good advice to families that don't like being in this situation any more than the bank likes hearing they're in this situation.
No, amen. Folks, if you can hear me, one family with courage is a majority. You can fight and win. Call or email the show. There is world-class talent here. Let's just see if we can put you in a better spot. We don't control the numbers nationally. We talk about this time this year versus this time last year, and we compare 2010 versus 2005. I understand all that, but we don't have anything to do with that. But we can help the family that's right here, right now. And the thing that I love about this show is that when we grab a family right here at the street level, we win.
That's right.
I mean, we are pushing people through. Our numbers, our level of success is unprecedented in this industry. So we really want you to know we understand the fight that you are in, and we are equipped and battle ready.
One of the things that becomes frustrating, and when Scott and I see this, we sit down across the kitchen table from someone, and they've waited too long. We're already coming up on that sheriff's sale date. Maybe they're even into the redemption period, where we know we could have done something to help them, whether it be through a short sale or some other type of defense to help them out of that situation.
It's the biggest obstacle we face, is that we were contacted too late. And all of a sudden they really thought they could navigate around this. And here's what I want people, I really want you to know this. You did everything right. There was nothing else you could have done to navigate around this. This is the most historic economic times in our lifetime. It was bigger than what you could have maneuvered around. Call people earlier. Don't wait till it's too late. Let's walk through your timelines. We can help you.